Something I actually started writing while I was at Focus. And it took a while to crack, honestly. Philip Roth is notoriously difficult to adapt. And I learned that the hard way. But I learned it, I think, at the end of the day. And so it was a process trying to draw out the characters from the very specific literary world that Roth creates, that voice, and see if they could work on screen. I think with Indignation, what attracted me most, aside from the fact it's Philip Roth at his best, so that's pretty attractive, was the characters. I just fell in love with all of them. I really related to this kid, of course, smart, Jewish, cute, okay, fine. But I related also to the rest of the world too. Olivia, the dean, all the characters you see in the film I felt a real affinity for. I knew that for this particular work to actually function as a movie, it had to have a distinctive style, but I didn't want to box my actors in particular into any particular exact approach that would not let them breathe. So it was really a back and forth. I let them know that we were shooting a very specific way. The camera stayed very stable a lot of the time. It's not your typical Sundance, handheld, we're going to make it exciting movie. But at the same time, I wanted to be able to work with them and let them participate in helping us create this world that they could really live in. Here's the deal on the state of the union for adult feature dramas in the theatrical marketplace. The announcement of their death comes every 6 to 12 months and has been coming for the last 30 years. We have heard the same refrain. The studios are never interested in adult dramas. They've evacuated that space, et cetera, yada, 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 yada. And then every year, come the Academy Awards, you'll look at the movies that get the most nominations, and they tend to be studio adult dramas. And so I'm always quite surprised that this meta-narrative, that you just can't get a good adult drama made at the studio, it keeps popping up. That said, boy, is it tough to finance these things. It's still tough. I'm not saying it's easy. It's been such a privilege to work on Zealot, which is based on Reza Aslan's book about the life of Jesus of Nazareth, for the simple reason that I think Reza, for the first time in the pop culture space, has brought the serious, deep scholarship that scholars have been doing the past 100 years to the table for a general audience, a mass audience. We know a lot now about first century Palestine and first century Palestinian Judaism that changes completely your point of view on what the world that Jesus lived in was and who he might have been in that world. And it's mind-boggling. It's just absolutely mind-boggling.